Hey everyone, today we're diving into a massive challenge for pretty much any project manager. How do you actually plan for a big, complex, long-term goal when you know the future is, well, anything but certain? Turns out the secret is learning to ride the wave of that uncertainty instead of trying to fight against it.
I mean, we've all been there, right? You know the drill. You spend weeks, maybe even months, building this perfect, beautiful, super detailed project plan that stretches out for years. Every single task is accounted for. And then, boom. A few months in, reality hits. Some new technology pops up, a key stakeholder has a change of heart, the market zigs when you thought it would zag, and that perfect plan? Yeah, it's pretty much useless. So what gives? Why does this keep happening?
It's really that simple, and at the same time, that complicated. Trying to nail down every single detail of a 2-year project on day one, it's kind of like trying to predict the exact temperature and wind speed for a Tuesday afternoon 2 years from now. It's not going to happen. The world changes, and our plans have to be built to change right along with it. Okay, so if those super rigid long-term plans are the problem, what's the fix? Well, it's this really powerful technique called rolling wave planning, and it is all about hitting that perfect sweet spot between having a clear direction and also having the flexibility to adapt as you go. So the big idea here, the concept driving this whole thing, is progressive elaboration. Basically, you start with the big picture, the high-level vision for the whole project. But, and this is key, you only flesh out the nitty-gritty details for the work that's right in front of you. We call that the first wave. Then as you finish that work and learn new things, you take all that fresh insight and use it to plan out the next wave in detail, and so on and so forth. And looking at it side by side like this just makes it crystal clear. That old school fixed plan, it locks you in with excruciating detail from the get-go, which makes it super brittle and resistant to any kind of change. And here's the crazy part. That approach actually ramps up the risk because you're basically betting the farm that you can predict the future. Rolling wave planning does the exact opposite. It leans into uncertainty. It gives you incredible detail where you need it most, right now, while keeping you flexible for the future, which just naturally brings your project risk way down. All right, so that's the theory. Sounds good, right? But how does this thing actually work when the rubber meets the road? Let's break it down step by step. I want you to imagine you're planning a massive cross-country road trip. Step 1, you pick your final destination. Let's say it's Los Angeles. That's your high-level goal. Now, you're not going to plan every single turn and bathroom break for the entire 3,000-mile journey right now. No way. Instead, you detail the first wave, the drive from, say, New York to Chicago. You book the hotel, you map out the route, you know exactly where you're going to stop for gas. Then, once you get to Chicago, you've learned stuff. You have real-world data about traffic, about your car's actual gas mileage, so you use that new info to plan the next wave, the drive from Chicago to Denver. You execute, you learn, and you plan again. And when you lay this out on a project timeline, it makes so much sense. Look at Q1 here. It is jammed with specific nitty-gritty details, individual tasks, reviews. It's all mapped out. But then, as you look further out to Q2 and beyond, the plan gets, well, fuzzier. It shifts to a higher level. You're defining big milestones and major goals, not the exact little tasks to get there. The details for Q2, you'll fill those in as you get closer to the end of Q1. So, right about now, a little light bulb might be going off in your head, and you're thinking, hey, this sounds a whole lot like Agile. And you know what? You're not wrong. But its application is so much bigger than that. I mean, for Agile teams, this is basically their native language, right? It's the heart of sprints and iterative development. But it's also a perfect fit for hybrid projects, where you might have a fixed overall scope, but you need some flexibility in how you get there. And this is the key part. Even those traditional project managers in fields like construction or R&D can use this to de-risk those really uncertain early phases of a project. The point is, it's a flexible tool, not some strict dogmatic ideology. Okay, listen up, especially all of you out there studying for your PMP exam. This next bit is absolutely critical because the PMP exam loves to test you on this, but they use their own special lingo for it. This right here, this is straight from the horse's mouth, the PMBOK guide itself. So progressive elaboration, that's the official fancy term for the idea. And rolling wave planning, that's the actual technique, the tool you use to make it happen. You absolutely have to understand the link between those two terms. And here is a pro tip for your exam. Seriously, you might want to jot this down. The test is kind of tricky. It often splits these two ideas up. You're probably going to see questions about the general concept of progressive elaboration in the project scope management area. But when they ask about the specific technique of rolling wave planning, that's almost always going to pop up in questions about project schedule management. Knowing that little distinction, that could be the one point that makes all the difference. So if there is just one thing you remember from all of this, let it be this simple idea. This isn't about having no plan. Not at all. It's about having a smarter plan. It's about having a plan that's incredibly precise for what you know, the immediate future, and a flexible framework that's ready for what you don't know, everything else.
And that really brings us to the final question, and this one's for you to take with you. I want you to really think about your own projects, your own big long-term goals. Where are you pretending to have certainty that you just don't have? Which of those rigid, far-off plans would be so much better if you broke it down and turned it into a wave you can actually ride instead of a brick wall you're just going to crash into?